morning everyone. I am Zaina Museros and I will be your trainer for Cookery and Seafood. Welcome to the World Educators Training Center. To begin our training, may I request everyone to please stand up for the prayer. Amen. Please sit down. Now I will take your attendance. Please raise your hand when I call your name for you to sign here in the attendance sheet and to submit to me your registration form. Ms. Abiliada, please sign here. Hand me your registration form. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Badinera, please sign here. Your registration form, please. Thank you. Now this training recognizes your prior learning so that you won't need to undergo the same training and again on the skills and competencies you already had. To help me in recognizing your prior learning, I have here the data gathering tool for trainers characteristic. This will help me determine your background experiences and knowledge in order for me to make your training aligned according to your needs. Please get one. I will give you 20 minutes to answer. Okay, time's up. Please submit forward. I also have here the self-assessment checklist. This will help me determine your current competencies that are relevant to the qualification of Cookery and Seafood. I will give you 20 minutes to accomplish this form. Please read the instruction carefully. Okay, time's up. Please submit. I will now give you a pre-test. This will help me determine your current competencies. It is a 30 items. I will give you 30 minutes to answer the question. Please let me know if you experience difficulties in answering the test so that I can help or assist you with your concern. Okay, time's up. Please submit forward. Now, let's begin the orientation for Cookery and Seafood. Once again, welcome to World Educators Training Center. This training school is the largest TESDA accredited training center in Southern Luzon, located in Locos, Quezon, and is serving the community and providing high quality and affordable competency-based training for 10 years. High quality because we've already produced successful and highly competent trainers who are hired by our partner industries across the areas of Luzon, and affordable because we are TESDA accredited and we offer various scholarship grants to those who want to undergo national training and assessment. This institution has been offering various TESDA accredited qualifications for different sectors, including the qualification of Cookery and Seafood. I have prepared here a presentation to show and explain to you the purpose and principles of competency-based training, including important information regarding the qualification of Cookery and Seafood and the competency-based learning modules or CDLM. This is the outline of presentation. First is definition of competency-based training. The unit of progression is mastery of specific knowledge and skills and is learner or participant-centered. Two key terms used in competency-based training are skill and competency. And next is about 10 principles competency-based training. First is the training is based on curriculum developed from the competency standards. Second, learning is competency-based or modular in structure. Third, training delivery is individualized and self-paced. Fourth, training is based on work that must be performed. 5. Training materials are directly related to the competency standards and curriculum. And 6. Assessment of learners is based in the collection of evidences of work performance based on industry or organizational required standards. 7. Training is based on and off-the-job components and off-the-job components. 8. The system allows recognition of prior learning or RPL. 9. The system allows for learner to enter an exit program at different times and levels and to receive an award for competencies attained at any point. And the last is approved training programs are nationally accredited. Number principle is about comparative analysis of traditional education in CBT. In CBT, the difference is that we learn individually in our own preference because it is self-paced and individualized. Prior learning is recognized, so if you knew already a topic, you may proceed to the next topic. You may conduct practice anytime, and most of all, I'm always here to guide and help you. In CBT, there are two people involved, that is me and you. Each of us have distinguished rules and responsibilities to carry out the lesson. Me as a trainer and is your facilitator that will coordinate your learning activities. My responsibility is more on monitoring, guiding, and evaluating your learning outcomes rather than dispensing knowledge. And you as a trainee, your role is to pursue instructions given to you at your own pace. You will spend more time for self-study and practice. Your whole learning will depend according to your own needs and interests. Next is roles of CBT trainer. Role of trainer serves as a team member to determine what is to be learned, stimulates trainees' motivation, manage learning, a consultation rather than a provider of information, a facilitator of the learning. Next is diagnose and solves learning problems, evaluates students' achievement, assists learners to obtain individualized rewards assist each trainee in designing a personalized plan of study, installs confidence in the learner by providing experiences where learner may succeed, serve as a model for desirable work habits, attitudes, and task performance in the occupational field. Spends more time interacting with students on a small group basis, helps those students who really need help, and last is accepts responsibility along with the student to the task learned or not learned. Next is about rules of trainees. Rules of trainees may select what they want to learn and when they want to learn it within reason. Second, trainees learn at their own rate within program guidelines. Trainees learn at their own rate within program guidelines. They may speed up, slow down, stop, or even repeat a task. Trainees may request to receive credit for what they already know. This is done either through pre-testing or through a review or a task list complete at another training site. Trainees may choose how they want to learn individually, on a one-to-one basis, in small group, in large group, or with audiovisuals. And next is trainees are responsible for what they learn and when they learn it. Trainees decide when they are ready to perform each task or demonstrate mastery of learning to a job-like level of proficiency before receiving credit for the task. Trainees help develop personalized prescription for learning work out cooperatively and based upon what the students already knows, his preference for learning style, and other needs. Trainees compete against press job standards and not against other students and are graded on achievement of the standard criteria of each task. Trainees know upfront before instruction begins what they are expected to know and to do complete the program. Trainees evaluate their own progress to see how well they are doing. Also, trainees move freely in the workshop, laboratory, and or training center. Trainees know they will be rated mainly on performance when paper and pencil tests will be used mainly to check their knowledge of the task. Next is about overview of qualification, cookery and C2, competency-based learning materials or CBLM, monitoring tools, and last is evaluation tools. Now, for the 9 competency-based training areas, please bring with your notebooks and ballpen for you to take down notes because I will show you the different section of your training area. This area, where we are currently staying right now, is our contextual learning laboratory. This ensures that the underpinning knowledge, science, mathematics, and communication principles as applied to technology are provided to the learner. Now let's proceed here in learning resource area. This area provides for learner with the knowledge requirements in the various modules responding to the competencies. In simple terms, this is where you study your information sheets in a self-paced learning. Then we have here in the institutional assessment area. This area is where the recognition of your prior learning is done. This is also where the actual institutional assessment is conducted along with the handing of the certificate of achievement after passing the assessment. This one is our practical work area. This area is where the learner acquires the skill and knowledge components of the competencies prescribed by the standard. This area must be subdivided into workstations which are arranged according to hierarchy of competencies. Now we are here in distance learning area. This area allows you to learn outside and away from this training institution at your own pace. Quality control area. This is where various types of tests are concluded to ensure quality assurance. Then this is the Trainers Resource Center. This is the place where the instructors produce training materials. Thus, this is where the learning materials, training regulation, and curriculum exemplars are placed. This area on the other side is our computer laboratory. This is where you were able to learn ICT-related competencies using the available computer units inside. Lastly, we have here our support service area. This is where you are provided with other competencies aside from the competencies included in your qualification that are needed in your training. And now let's go back now to the contextual learning laboratory. Do you have any question regarding the areas of CBT? If there's none, I will let you now have a break while I evaluate the result of your prior learning. See you later. Goodbye. Welcome back, trainees. I have here the result of your pre-assessment, and based on the evidences I gathered, it seems that some of you has the prior knowledge of this qualification. However, we still need to validate them as shown in the result. Seems that Mr. Badinera is already competent in clearing C2 dishes. However, he is not still competent in other competencies of cookery and C2. Meanwhile, most of you are not seem to be competent enough based on the result. For those who already have the skills in some competencies like Mr. Badinera, please submit to me your evidence tomorrow on our next session for validation. That's all we have for today. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Good morning, trainees. Welcome to the day 2 of our training. To begin, let us first have a prayer. Please stand up. attendance for today, kindly sign here. Please pass to the next. Thank you. For those who already have the prior learning of the competencies, please submit to me your evidences. Alright then, it says here in your certificate that you've had a 1-year working experience at the cabin crew. Would you like to take now the assessment of your prior learning? Very well. I wait for my instruction. Thank you. Now, I have here your training activity matrix. This training activity matrix will be your guide throughout the training process. It includes the activities, facilities, tools, and equipment welded throughout the training process. For today, Mr. Ribadenera, since you have the evidence for your prior learning, you will be assigned at the institutional assessment area where you will undergo the assessment for validation of your prior learning. Ms. Abiliada, you will be assigned in the learning resource area. Here is your competency-based learning module. You may study the information sheet 1.1. After reading the information sheet, you may answer the self-check 1.1 and compare your answer to the answer key. Understand? Mr. Ribadenera, are you ready to take the assessment for the validation of your prior learning?
Yes, miss.
First, please answer this 30-item written test. I will give you 30 minutes to finish it. And time is up. Please pass your paper. We now begin your demonstration. Miss Up? Alright then, are you now ready for oral questioning?
Yes, miss.
I will just evaluate the result of your assessment. Please wait here for a few moments. Based on the result of your assessment, you got 92% in your written test. In terms of the demonstration, you were able to follow the procedures properly and made the demonstration exceptionally. When it comes to the oral interview, you were able to answer satisfactorily. With that, you passed the assessment for the validation of your prior learning. It means that you are already competent in one of the competencies of cookery and seafood. Congratulations! Here is your certificate of achievement. You may now go back to the contextual learning laboratory. So, Ms. Abiliada, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Are you done with reading the information sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you already answer the self-check?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you compare your answer with the answer key? Let me see. Very good. I guess you are now ready to perform the task in the task sheet. Here is the task sheet. Let's proceed in the practical work area. May I interrupt you for a while? It seems that you're having difficulty in cooking the dish. Let me demonstrate it to you. You must observe properly because you will have to demonstrate it after. First, you need to preheat oven to 400 degrees. Then place the fish in a grease 11 by 7 in baking dish and sprinkle the same seasoning. You got it? You got it?
Yes.
Now you must try it. Okay, good job. Based on your performance, you were able to perform the cooking dish quite well. I think you are ready to undergo assessment. You may now proceed to the institutional assessment area. So, are you now ready for the assessment of your competency?
Yes.
First, please answer this 30-item written test. I will give you 30 minutes to finish it. Please up. Now then, are you ready for oral questioning? Why fat fish are best for baking?
Because there are less likely to dry.
What is the best baking temperature for fish?
150 degree Fahrenheit, 400 degree Fahrenheit.
Okay. I will just evaluate the result of your assessment. Please wait here in a few moments. Based on the result of your assessment, you got 95% in your written test. In terms of the demonstration, you were able to demonstrate the task quite well while following up the procedure accordingly. When it comes to the oral interview, you were able to answer satisfactorily. With that, you passed the assessment for the first competency of cookery and seafood. It means that you are already competent in one of the competencies of cookery and seafood. Congratulations, here is your certificate of achievement. You may now go back to the contextual learning laboratory. Good job, everyone. All of you were able to pass the assessment on the first competency of cookery and seafood. All of your performances have been recorded both in the progress chart and achievement chart. And before you go, kindly sign here in the attendance sheet. That's all for today's training. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning, trainees. How are you all doing?
Doing fine.
Welcome to our institutional assessment. Before we proceed with the assessment, let us first have a prayer. Amen. For the attendance, I will call your name and kindly sign here in the attendance sheet. Mr. Badinera. Oh, what's up, Miss Aviliada. Now, are you all ready for our institutional assessment?
Yes.
Nera, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Please proceed to the institutional assessment area. In your written test in terms of the demonstration, you were able to demonstrate the task quite well while following the procedures properly. When it comes to the oral interview, you were able to answer satisfactorily. With that, you passed the institutional assessment. It means that you are already competent to undergo national assessment for cookery and C2. Congratulations! Here is your certificate of achievement. Now go back to the contextual learning laboratory. Next, Ms. Abiliada. Based on the results of your assessment, you got 90% in your written test in terms of the demonstration. You were not able to properly follow the procedures. As a result, the fish wasn't able to rise before baking and you did not achieve the right texture of the fish. On the other hand, you were able to answer satisfactorily in your oral interview. With that, I am very sorry to inform you that you failed to pass the institutional assessment. It means that you are not yet competent to undergo national assessment for cookery and C2. However, you may still undergo reassessment once you are ready. You may go back to the contextual learning laboratory. Alright then, since we are done with our institutional assessment, I want to congratulate everyone for a job well done. To those who passed the institutional assessment, I now conclude that you are already competent in the qualification of cookery and C2. And I recommend you to undergo the national assessment. To those who failed to pass the institutional assessment, you should not worry because you may still apply for reassessment for you to be able to qualify for national assessment. And before we end, I have here the training evaluation form. This form will help me to improve or enhance the training and the activities of the training. Please accomplish this form in 10 minutes. Are you finished? Please pass. Once again, I would like to congratulate everyone. Good luck on your national assessment. Goodbye.